Hi kids, let's start Ramayana session today. Let's pray Lord Sri Rama. Connect with his energies. Close your eyes. Fold your hands. Say it with me. Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tatulyam Ramanama Varanane Apada Apahartaram
Hartaram
Dataram
Tataram
Sarvasampadam
Darasampara
Lokabhiramam
Lokabhyam
Sriramam
Shri Ram
Bhuyo Bhuyo
Bodhya Bodhya
Namamyaham
Nanyamaha
Srirama
Shri Rama
Jaya Rama
Jai Rama
Jaya Jaya Rama
Jai Jai Rama
Shri Hanuma
Shri Hanuman
Jaya Hanuman
Jai Hanuman
Jaya Jaya Hanuman
Jai Jai Hanuman
Om
Om
Shivaya
Shivaya
Gurave Namaha.
Namaha.
So last week we have learned about how Hanuman was born and he got cursed by rishis, and then he forgets everything. After that, when someone has to cross the ocean, then the old bhalluka, that means bear, the old bear reminds Hanuman of his energies. His name is Jambavanta. Jambavanta reminds Hanuman of his powers. Then Hanuman realizes his strength, realized his powers. He has some siddhis. He has 8 kinds of powers. So he realized all those, and then he agreed to cross the ocean in one leap. So when he started to leap, he hit the ground with one leg. So all the mountains, everything shook up with that power. Even the ocean, the waves rises so high when Hanuman hits the ground with his foot. Now Hanuman started his journey. So from this we are starting Sundara Kanda. That is the last but one Kanda. We've completed 4 Kandas: Balakanda, Ayodhya Kanda, Aranya Kanda, and Kishkinda Kanda. Now we are going to start Sundara Kanda. Stop Ivan. So I'm going to share the screen. See, Hanuman started soaring over the ocean. The waves are rising high. So seeing him flying like that, the sea god thought, Hanuman is Rama's follower, so he must be on some important mission, some important assignment for Sri Rama. So he asked Mount Mainaka. This is Mount Mainaka. It was that lay in the depths of the ocean, and he asked that mountain to rise above so that Hanuman could take some rest for some time. Then mountain raised above. Hanuman suddenly saw a mountain popped up from the ocean, and he thought it is some Rakshasa Maya. That's why he just give a strong blow to the mountain. Then Mount Mainaka says, "Oh, please rest on my peaks for a while and then proceed. I'm just here to help you." And then Hanuman said, oh, I'm pleased with the honor you have done, but I'm going on a very important work. The day is passing. I have to follow my duty and keep my promise. So Hanuman just touched it with deep respect instead of sitting on it. He just touched it and then moved on. In awe, all the demigods watched Hanuman, who was flying across the ocean. They praised him profusely. They were so happy. Then the gods Siddha, rishis, and all went to Surasa, the mother of Nagas, I mean snakes. They asked her to take a frightful demon form and test his power and strength. Then, accordingly, she took a huge demon form and obstructed Hanuman's path. She thundered, "O monkey, the gods must have sent you to me to satisfy my hunger. So get into my mouth." She asked him to get into her mouth. Hanuman politely requested her to allow him to complete his mission first. Then, when it is done, I will come back to you. You can eat me, he said. Surasa got so furious, she opened her mouth wide. Then Hanuman also increased his size. And then she increased her size even more. This went on for a while till Surasa's mouth was as big as a giant cave. Immediately, Hanuman took the form of a size of a bee, and then he entered her mouth and come out of it in a split second. She asked him to go into her mouth. So Hanuman did just that. He went into her mouth and came out. Then Hanuman bowed before Surasa and said, "Mother, I have done as you wished. Now, please let me go." Surasa was so impressed with Hanuman's intelligence and politeness that she blessed him to be successful in his mission. So Hanuman resumed his journey to Lanka. Suddenly, Hanuman felt himself being pulled down. He was pulled down. Then he thought, "Oh Lord Sri Rama, what is happening now? Who is dragging me down?" He wondered. Puzzled, Hanuman looked around and realized that his shadow had been trapped in the ocean. So his shadow had been trapped in the ocean. He suddenly remembered Sugriva's warning about a Rakshasi called Simhika. She is a demon Simhika, who secures her prey by catching its shadow. So whoever is flying over the ocean, she just traps their shadow and then she secures her prey. So once again, Hanuma, what he did was he contracted his body very small, and then he made himself as hard as a diamond. And then the brave Hanuma, he just went into her body, went into her mouth, and he tore open all her vital organs, and then expanded his size until she splits apart and fell dead in the ocean. He just went inside and he increased his size so that she just split apart. And then he came out. She fell dead in the ocean. He sped on towards the end of his journey. Soon he saw an island of Lanka and descended on the top of the hill. He reached Lanka finally. Then Hanuma glanced into the at the city from the top. He saw how well constructed the city of Lanka was. And then he thought himself, "Oh, it is going to be very hard, very tough for Sri Rama to enter in Lanka." After that, he realized he was still in his giant form, realizing that that Rakshasas would become suspicious if they saw his size and speed Hanuman quickly reduced his size. He reduced himself into a tiny sized monkey so that he might explore the place freely first. So he want to just explore the place. He just became small. And then there was a gate to go inside, and Lanka was guarded by the fierce demon called Lankini. Her name was Lankini. She stopped him and asked, "Who are you? Why have you come here? And why are you trying to get into the city?" And then Hanuman replied that he was just curious and he wanted to see the city and he would go away after he roamed around for a little bit. Lankini gave him a blow. She wouldn't listen. She just hit him hardly. But to her surprise, the little monkey retaliated with a blow right back at her. He also hit her very hard. She fell unconscious. After some time, she regained her consciousness and got up. Lankini was the guardian spirit of the city. Then she said, Lord Brahma already foretold about this incident when a Vanara enters into the city and defeats her. Then that is the.
I have a question.
Yeah, tell me.
What is dripping down her mouth?
Blood.
The
Because
purple.
Hanuman hit her.
So it's blood?
Yeah. See, here he gave a blow to her. So she fell down unconscious and she is getting blood from her mouth. After some time, she regained her consciousness and then she remembered long while ago Lord Brahma, he foretold that he told her the future when Avanara enters in Lanka city, when he defeats her, then that would be the time that Lanka is going to be destroyed soon and all the Rakshasas will be destructed. So she allowed him. After that, she didn't say anything. She just moved aside. He leaps into Lanka first with his left foot on the ground. That means something bad is going to happen to that city. And Hanuma went inside the city. He coolly walked in through the gates of Lanka. He walked along the main roads. Hanuman searched for Sita everywhere. He was going through all the streets, all the buildings, rich and poor houses, everywhere. Without creating suspicion, Hanuma wanders through the city of Lanka, keenly observing the city and noting down the lifestyle and habits of the demons. He came as a messenger. So he is observing Lanka keenly, everything, whatever they do, whatever their habits, how their armies, everything he was noting down because that is going to help Rama when he comes for war. So he finally reached the royal palace, which stood on a hill. So from there, he saw so many buildings and he made a plan in his brain. He searched many buildings, but there was no sign of Sita anywhere. So he went into the royal chamber. Then there he saw Ravana sleeping on his luxurious bed. So many women were around him. Some were demons, some were celestial women. Like he forcefully got so many princesses, even the women from heaven. He got so many women and married them. So they're all sleeping there. Then Hanuma saw one lady here. She looks so pure and so calm and beautiful. So he thought she might be Sita. So, and then he thought, oh, Sita will be very sad. She would not sleep peacefully and she wouldn't sleep in Ravana's chambers. He was mistaken. She was the wife of Ravana. Then realized that he went out and he searched many more buildings. When he was going on the street, suddenly he heard someone was chanting Sri Rama, Jai Sri Ram. Then he went inside that building. He saw Vibhishana. Vibhishana is the brother of Ravana. Vibhishana said Sita is kept in Ashoka garden, Ashoka Vatika, that is called Ashoka Vatika. So Hanuman, now he just had hope, okay, I'm going to meet Sita. Until that time, he was having second thoughts. He was in despair. I couldn't find Sita anywhere. So how can I go back? Everybody's waiting there. He was thinking of give up his life. But then he realized I should not do that. That's very wrong, and I should look some more. And then he recalled his strength and courage, and then he just spotted that there is a garden there within the walls that he had not yet seen. So he went into that. He jumped in and began to explore it, hiding in the branches of the tree, and then with a small farm he jumped on the top of the buildings there, and he looked around if he can find Sita anywhere. Then he went into a tree, hiding in the branches. He finally a lady seated under a tree on a platform, looking thin and frail but radiant in her purity and strength. Seeing her sitting there, lonely and sad, with tears streaming down her cheeks, the Hanuman was sure this must be Rama's beloved wife, Sita. And Sita was surrounded by she demons, holding spears and other weapons in their hands. They were guarding her closely. As the dawn broke and it was an early morning, Ravana awoke, and he dressed in all his finery and he came to Sita. Sita shrank away in fear and disgust, frightened and worried if her husband Rama would be able to find her and save her from this horror. But Ravana was completely infatuated and came to Sita to ask marry him. So he is asking Sita to marry him. He tried to tempt her with all the splendor and wealth he could give her. He said, Rama is living in forest. He doesn't have any kingdom. How are you going to enjoy your life? I'm going to give all the wealth and I will make you a queen so that you can rule over my people. You will get all the comforts in your life. Then Sita's disgust turned into anger, and she held up a blade of grass as a symbol that marked that distance between herself and Ravana with his evil desires. She just looked at the grass instead of looking at him. She won't even look at him. She just held a grass. It's like Ravana is equal to that in her looks. She replied to him, as the devoted wife of Rama, I can never be yours. Withdraw your mind from me and devote yourself to your own wives, she said. Then Ravana got so angry and he threatened her that he is going to give 2 months to think about his proposal. If she doesn't change her mind, then he will eat her up as a breakfast one day. And then he left. Hanuman watched this from the tree, and he felt pity and grief for Sita. He admired for her courage though. The Rakshasis, they began to trouble Sita. Some of them advised her to accept Ravana's proposal. But one of the Rakshasi, she was sleeping all this time, and she just woke up and she saw the other demons were torturing Sita. She just came and scolded the others. She driven them away, and then she began to narrated a dream she had seen. This Rakshasi, her name is Trijata. So she is narrating her dream. She saw Lanka burnt down, a big monkey killed many Rakshasas, and then she saw Ravana in his black clothes going to the land of dead, while Rama took Sita with him on a royal elephant. See, on the royal elephant, Rama took Sita, and big Hanuman comes and kills so many Rakshasas. So she got that dream early in the mornings. In India, it is believed early morning dreams will become true. So Trijata believed Sita will be rescued soon. Up in the Ashoka tree, Hanuman had been watching and listening all this. And then he was wondering how he could introduce himself to Sita without frightening her, because she's already frightened by all the demons and Ravana. So he didn't want to scare her. He began to talk softly from the tree about Rama and telling the story of Rama's life. Then he spoke of Rama's grief at losing Sita, and about his search, how he met Sugriva, and how Sugriva sent out search parties before he came to save her. So Hanuman spoke of how he had come as a messenger from Rama. So when she hears all that, Sita's joy knew no bounds. She felt so happy, and she heard the sweet voice and looking around, who was saying all those things. Then she saw the tiny monkey on the tree. For a moment, she wondered if this was one of Ravana's illusions, like Ravana creates Maya. So she thought it might be Maya too. But this monkey sang the praises of Rama, which Ravana would never do. So she thought, okay, he's not Ravana's illusion. When she asks, Hanuman came down and bowing before her. And Hanuman said, Mother, I am Hanuman, messenger from Rama and minister to Sugriva. He offered her Rama's ring. Rama sent a ring with Hanuman. Do you remember? Rama asked Hanuman to show this ring to Sita, then she would not get scared and she will believe that I sent you. So he presented that ring to Sita as a proof, actually, and told her how Rama would come with a huge Vanara army to rescue her from Ravana. Sita felt so happy hearing all that Hanuman told there. But she wondered how this tiny monkey could have crossed the ocean. Then Hanuman showed her his capacity to increase or reduce his size as he willed. He offered to carry her back. So he asked Sita to come with him. He will take her to Rama. But Sita, she just denied. She didn't want to go with Hanuman because she wanted Rama come to rescue her and defeat Ravana. Then only Dharma Samsthapana happens. That means all the negative forces are going to die, and then the positivity comes into the world. That's why she didn't want to go with Hanuman. She wants Rama to come and take her. Hanuman wondered how he would convince Rama that she was truly Sita, whom he had seen. So he was thinking, okay, if when I go to Rama and said I met Sita, but how he is going to believe that I met really Sita? Then Sita understood Hanuman's thinking, and then she told him the incidents that only Rama and Sita, knew of. She said some of the incidents happened between Rama and Sita, only nobody was aware of. Then she gave him her chudamani. That means her ornament, the hair ornament, to be given to Rama. It was it had been a gift from her mother when she married Rama. So she gave that as a proof that Hanuman met Sita for real. Then bowing to her, Hanuman left left Ashokavana, but he didn't leave Lanka. So we'll see what Hanuman does to Lanka next week.
I have a question. Can you
Yeah.
go back on the camera? I want to see if there's like Rakshasas there.
You want to see the
Why
screen?
are they lying down there? I don't
It
want.
was early, it was night, so they were all sleeping. They were all sleeping. When Ravana left, they again went back to sleep. Then Hanuma came to Sita. Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you have any other questions? Okay, let's chant Shanti Mantra and leave. Okay, fold your hands, close your eyes. Asato ma Sadgamaya Tamaso ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Okay. See you all. Good night.
Good night.
Night. Bye.